Hi, how you doing? Welcome to my garden. I'm Robbie. I'm just outside of Ottawa in Canada. So it's a hot day here. It's almost 30 degrees Celsius, which is only in the high 80s for the southern friends down there gardening. I know you guys are dealing with a lot more than we are. It's so hot here for us, like as a Canadian, you know. But on a brighter note, you do have better winters. So anyway, without further ado, let's take a look at what I got going on here. So the Arnica is not quite 12 feet, I'd say. But it's up there. And here's the comfrey that was all going to seed. I left a couple for the bees, so but yeah, they're anxiously waiting for the next bound of flowers. And I did save some and make some compost tea, which I might add. This just reeks. If I would have made a video, you probably would have laughed your behinds off. Oh, it smells so bad. And then I got it on me. Anyway, some kale. I found it a little bitter with the heat, so I'm gonna let this one go to seed too. I got one in the front going to seed, so why not? Why not? The asparagus is pretty sad this year. I think we smothered it and rotted out a lot of it because I do have whatever here that just you could tell it was rotten. So might do better next year, but I think I'm gonna move it to a different bed, but which bed, I don't. So the carrot flowered and is going to seed. So I will have a lot of seed because I got some going to seed in the front. I planted some peas and I got some cucumbers and beans coming up here. Another cucumber, bean. I got a bean here. I pulled out what was here because I transplanted a sweet pea, but it didn't do very well. So I put some pea seeds there. And I have some, yeah, these are rattlesnake pole beans. I find the rattlesnake pole beans are really good in the heat and the cold. I am doing some electroculture. I might add that I keep wondering if I wrapped it the wrong way. I think I should have wrapped it the way the vine is going up. But I don't know if it makes much of a difference how you wrap it. So I don't know if anybody knows. That'd be great if you could mention that for me. I learn just as much in people's comments as I do from their videos. But yeah, I got a few of them. And I think I coiled it the wrong way, and I want to make a few more, but I'm not sure if I did it right. But this plant's doing quite well, I might add. This is the Lemon Boy tomato, and it has one of these copper. And I don't know, I feel like I'm dyslexic when I look at this wrap. I'm like, is it going clockwise or is it going counterclockwise? I don't know. Anyway, this is an amazing tomato, Lemon Boy. It's really, really nice. The yellow, of course, but the lemon verbena is doing good, and it's the best dark basil I've ever had. But yeah. Sad that the peppers aren't the best. I mean, some are doing really good, and I think it's because they're in these taller grow bags, although I did rip a pepper out of there and put it there that's not doing well at all. These peppers are not doing well. I am not good with the feedings. I like to just sprinkle some compost and stuff on top, and it wasn't cutting it for them. But these were really, really yellow, and you can see it's coming back, though. It's really coming back. I mean, the whole plant was yellow like this, and I don't know why. It had the same soil and everything as everything else over there. And these got yellow. These aren't bad. I normally like to have my peppers in the ground, but since I got the greenhouse, I wanted to try them in the pots. The last couple of years I didn't have peppers work out for me because of the aphid situation. But these are the shepherd peppers. One of my favorites. It's doing quite well. And I might add that, note to self, the summer savory, not good in a pot. I don't like it in a pot. I mean, it's gone to flower. You should wait till you see what I have in the front for summer savory. So, yeah, the feeding I have to really, that's the hardest part of gardening, is feeding it. The onions, I pulled out the carrots and spread out the onions a bit. And it is hot. Get the onions here. So I had one here last year, now I have two. I got the seeds from one onion last year, and now I'll have two. Isn't that so pretty? And it smells like onion, but it's like flower at the same time. It's beautiful. So, Bruce Banner, not doing half bad. You know, they say when you plant fragrant things with your cannabis, fragrant herbs like this thyme, which some of it's doing good and some of it isn't. Anyway, they say that it makes your cannabis produce more of its own oils. It's like a competition. So yeah, the holy basil got a little crazy. So I did have a flower in the center that I'm gonna have to pull, but wow, just after the rain, I can't believe it. I was gonna transplant some of these, and I got more holy basil there. It's just going crazy, so I'm gonna have to get out here and harvest it. Holy basil, holy moly, I love it. The winter savory is going to flower. It's amazing. I'm gonna harvest some of her. Look at the raspberries. I'm gonna come out and grab some of these. They're doing really well. But the leaves aren't doing well. I try to feed it. Me and the feeding schedule is not good. I'm learning. Every year I learn something new. But beautiful raspberries. Okay, where was I? The celery I wrapped to blanch. But I didn't think I would have to do the inside because the sun's not really getting any of them in there. I see the color of these, and then look at the color of the celery next to the sunflower. I'm like, what? Does celery love sunflowers as companions? This celery, the two of them, maybe because they have a great distance between them, but it's pretty close to this volunteer sunflower. This bed and this bed was full of garlic, so I find these celeries doing a lot better, but I gotta come out and wrap them with brown paper, blanch them so they'll taste better. I made a little bridge for my watermelon to go into this bed. I don't know what I'm up to here, up for. Every day you gotta come out and make sure that you put her in and out. I planted a cucumber here, and that's a Kajari melon, if I'll ever get one. What's going on with you? Oh, you fall over. I'll have to cut her. I think I got this tomato mixed up, because this is the Cherokee purple Cherokee. I always get it mixed up. I know this one is, but this one I think is actually one of my Mennonite tomatoes because it looks just like one of my Mennonite tomatoes. No, I don't know. And now it's not a Mennonite tomato, I can see. Nope, they're not. It just seems so much taller than its brother or sister. I'm tying it up, but these are the black crim. Starting to get tomatoes. Nice size too. I haven't had these before. It's my first year trying the black crim. But I've kind of been trying to collect some good heirloom. Because this I've had for, gosh, 3 or 4 years. The Mennonite I will always grow. It's one of my favorites. Delicious for chows, for preserves. There's not a lot of liquid and seeds, and they grow pretty big. So these are all heirloom, yeah. Cherokee purple, black crim, and Mennonite. So I'll be excited to show you once they all start ripening. Ooh, I'm getting some red canna lilies. Excited about that. Look at this. Totally different plant. This is Jack Herer. She grew quite a bit, didn't she? And I think the roses love sage, and sage loves roses, because the sage is doing really good. Gotta get in here and weed that. Watermelon not doing so well. Oh, this is the lemon verbena. It's so good. I can't grow it from seed. I don't know why. I tried saving the seeds. I never ordered seeds though. I can only find this. I can't find it at any of the garden centers. I have to go to the herb garden to find that. And she knows I'm coming every year. I buy at least 2. So the watermelons in these grow bags here, I put the cup around it because I heard it stop the squash vine borer bug, and then I heard the squash vine borer bug doesn't really bother the watermelons. So anyway, I put a little bridge here for them to go down. These are the 30-40 pound watermelons, so we'll see. I gotta train them to go this way. I gotta train them to go that way because I do want to keep this pathway open. And I thought I'd move these peppers here as they do get some shade from this tree, whereas they were getting all day sun. So I thought, well, maybe this one lady, she says her peppers appreciate some shade. I know I'm not down in south or anything, but maybe with the hot weather. I hope these turn around. I really want to put them in my greenhouse this year. I planted a few carrots, and these are bush beans I put under here. These cages are great. A lot of people throw them out, but I collected them because it kept the critters out of my garden beds, out of my garlic and stuff. So I'm gonna come and get some more basil. The zinnias. Lesson learned from my zinnias is last year I saved the seeds from the red. I love the red. And I saved it from the pink. It's a better pink one over here. And I saved the seeds from the beautiful pink one. But when they all sprouted, I got a blend. Because the original ones were actually candy cane zinnias, so that one's gone through. But I really love them, so I scattered them here and there. I think I scattered these petunias. Love them. So hopefully, I don't know what I'm gonna do with all this watermelon. What else back here? I pulled out most of the broccoli that I had scattered. I'm gonna keep these, but I'm gonna cover them. I never grew broccoli before, so I don't know what I'm up against. I have seen the white moth around, so I don't know. I have to do something. I'm probably gonna pull these celery right out because they're not growing. And I was waiting for the seeds of this lettuce, romaine lettuce, whatever. Soon. If not, I'll get rid of it. But yeah. Where are we at now? I guess that's it for the backyard. I got some Holy basil. That's not holy basil. What is that? That's not holy basil. Well, it's supposed to be. Yeah, it is. No, it's not. This one is not. It's just a weed. It's starting to rain for some reason. Anyway, I'll cut this and, oh, I want to show you my mullein. This is a volunteer. Actually, I'll do a video on just volunteers. This is mullein. It's a wild plant. You'll see her on the side of the road, and she's what you want for your lungs. Yeah. Great for an expectorant to get the mucus out of your lungs. And these are all Jerusalem artichokes. They go crazy in my yard. I usually try to pull them because later on they get full of white mildew. And I don't want them to spread on my other plants, because the cannabis does have the priority here. Anyway, I guess I'll take you to the front. Well, what's going on here is Derek's getting ready to build me an outdoor kitchen. There's going to be a nice roof to go off here, and I'm going to have, this is going to be my countertop. Used to be a coffee table for that set, so I'm excited for that. Restaining the deck, going from brown to black. He's moving the bricks or the stones over. So I'm gonna take it in the front, show you what I got going on here. This is self-heal. If you have this in your yard, be grateful. Amazing. Oh, it is gonna rain. I said I was gonna do a tour in the rain, so I love the rain. Just hope it doesn't mess up the camera. So here's the summer savory in the ground. So I suggest just put the summer savory seeds right in the ground, not in a pot. I mean, unless you're a container gardener and know what you're doing. I have a couple of calendulas here on the outside. I do use those in my cream. So this is coming along quite nicely. Although the feeding, you know, something's going on with the leaves. And I don't know what's going on with the zinnias. I have to Google that, I guess. And the potatoes will be done soon. They're coming along. I'm gonna come and harvest these flowers because I don't want it to go to seed and spread any more dill, because I have dill everywhere. Even the carrots are going to seed, and I can't understand my carrot confusion video. I couldn't understand why my carrots are going to seed, the first year carrots. And I think I might end up having to pull these potatoes before I go away. Don't want them rotting in the ground. And I'm going to rip out all of these herbs of, coriander, cilantro, sorry, and what is coriander seeds I get, and dill. And then I'm going to replant all this with cilantro again, and dill, probably, because I love to have a lot of it in the fall. And the cilantro loves the colder weather. It hates and bolts in the heat. I thought cilantro was like a Mexican and southern thing, but I don't know how they grow it if it likes the colder weather. But yeah, more carrot seeds, more carrot seeds. I don't know why these carrot seeds went to carrot seed, went to flower, I don't know. But yeah, I've been getting a lot of harvest off of this opal basil. It's beautiful. Oh, and my cayenne pepper, it is looking better than when in the pot. I really wanted I had a beautiful cayenne pepper one year. It was about 3 or 4 feet tall. And I haven't been able to get another nice one since. They're slow growing. I do have a Thai pepper plant here, which is, I don't consume a lot of hot peppers, so I told my neighbors that like hot peppers to fill their boots. This is the Tiny Tims. Look, I gotta come and get this. Okay. This is an orange cherry hybrid tomato that I saved seeds from in 2018. I forgot they were this big. They're like a really big orange cherry tomato. But back to the Tiny Tims, I had 2 Tiny Tims in the pot and they grew tall, but they were not looking very good, so I planted them here. Now they're getting covered by these Cosmos. But they do have lots of tomatoes on them. And the sweet potatoes, slowly but surely. Yeah, so this is was unexpected for me. I never really grew Cosmos much before. One other time, but they didn't get this big, so I wasn't really expecting this mess. Beautiful mess, I might add. And some more carrots gone to seed, which is the Queen Anne's lace. Same thing. And don't worry if you can't grow dill, because it will literally grow anywhere. Between the cracks, it's growing here. I think they're actually doing better between the cracks. Yep. But I want to just show you here. They're a bigger cherry tomato. And they were really good. And I have not trimmed this. I trimmed it at the bottom, but it's like it didn't matter. Some people trim their tomatoes, some people don't. In the heat, they say it's better just to leave them because you don't want to stress them out. The sweet potato is filling up really nicely in here. This whole bed last year was sweet potatoes and the tomatoes loved it. Not sure about that cayenne pepper. Makes me sad. But I can always buy cayenne pepper. The echinacea is starting to bloom. Oh, look, I just seen a Japanese beetle. So I have a bucket of soapy water that I've been slapping them into, and I apologize each time I do one. But, yeah. The canna lilies, they're pretty good. I love these. I wasn't expecting them to get this big, so I don't know if I have to move them around or not. The rattlesnake pole bean, that was a volunteer, and I'm glad it volunteered because it's filling up more than these royal sweet peas that apparently smell amazing and everything. I'm gonna have to get in there and tie some of them up, and it's deficient in something, but I have been feeding it. And I planted a bunch of calendula seeds because I realized I didn't have many calendula flowers, and I really need the calendula flowers to make my cannabis cream, so I'm pretty sure I'll have some now. And the red and pink zinnia seeds that I planted. Sorry to my friend Margie, I sent her red and pink zinnia seeds. And I'm sure they're not just red and pink. So here's one of the broccolis that went to seed, or going to flower, and I'll get seeds from. So pretty excited. These are my little lemon trees. I don't know if it's what's going on here. They're inside all winter, so they might not really care for the direct sun yet. Oh. Yeah, I chopped down most of the lovage, but I left some for the bees and the stuff, so. And my imagination went wild here, and I don't know if this is gonna work at all. But I put some nails in the siding because we do have to replace the siding in the next year or so. But I thought this wall is always so boring. So it'd be pretty if it was all green. Will it get all green? I don't know. It's to feed the plants. Like I put a little bit in and I see that it's already a little lighter. It's either I underfeed or I overfeed. I just wish they were like mint and would feed themselves. Look at the yarrow. It's a weed, And it's a volunteer, but this is one of the most medicinal plants you'll ever get your hands on. Yeah, it can stop internal and external bleeding. I've been putting it in my tea. It is a strong herb. I guess you can put it in your homemade fly spray too. But yeah, I guess it was known as the wound healer and the wartime plant. You want to recognize these leaves here. But yeah, and I harvested a lot of white clover, which is also really good for the blood. Does almost just as much as the calendula, not the calendula, the yarrow. But yeah, I've been looking for some plantain. I have some dried plantain to make an eye wash. But here's the other bunch of morning glories, and I'm trying to get to climb over the light. I hope it gets greener. I added a little bit of blood meal. Let's see. So I was thinking it might climb over to there, but we'll see. I hope it grows up over there, and I hope they do well. I planted things here before that didn't do well. But these are all zinnias. Whatever color they will be, they will be. But yeah, I'm gonna get out here and I'm gonna do up some butter dill carrots for the freezer. So I'm gonna get lots of dill. I think I'm going to harvest these potatoes in the next week. I think so, because they're starting to fall over. Oh, is that a plantain? No, it is. Plantain. This is what you want to have for an eye wash. It's a good eye wash for cataracts and glaucoma. It's a weed. It's an easy weed to, I'm gonna try and break it in front of you. You can see the strings. It has strings when you break it. And that is plantain. Not plantain the banana, of course. But yeah. Well, thanks for joining me today on my little garden tour. My front and backyard. My hat goes off, I must say, to all the homesteaders out there with all them acres and all them animals. That's a lot of work. I have a lot of work just in my little yard, and my hat really goes off to you guys. I really hope you have a great abundance this year. I hope all your gardens are growing well. I appreciate all of your time and your comments, and yeah, my hat's going off to all the homesteaders out there that I wouldn't have what I have today if it wasn't for you guys. And I kind of joke up for that. But yeah, keep sharing, and thanks for inspiring me to share too, because maybe one day somebody will be inspired by me.